In this example, we want to sketch the graph of the function y equals x squared minus 6x plus 5. Remember, to graph any quadratic, we need to find the most important points: the y-intercept, the x-intercepts, and the vertex. To get the y-intercept, we look when x equals 0. And plugging this into our equation, we get y equals 0 squared minus 6 times 0 plus 5, which is just 5. So we find that the y-intercept is the point 0, 5. What about the x-intercept? This happens when y equals 0, which gives the equation 0 equals x squared minus 6x plus 5. Notice this is a lot harder to work with than when we plugged in x equals 0. So how do we solve it? Well, we can solve this using the quadratic formula. If you'd like to see the steps done out, click the purple link now. Using the quadratic formula, we find that our roots are 1 and 5, which means that the x-intercepts are when x is 1 and y is 0, or when x is 5 and y is 0, the points 1, 0 and 5, 0. How about the vertex? To find the vertex, remember we can find h using the formula negative b over 2a, which in this case is negative 6 over 2 times 1, which is 6 over 2, which is 3. So we find that the x value of the vertex is 3. But what about the y value? How do we find k? Well, remember, since we know the x value is h, we can find the y value by evaluating our function at h. In this case, we need to evaluate our function at 3, which is 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 5, which comes out to negative 4. So we get that the vertex is the point 3, negative 4. Now that we've found all of our points, we can start plotting them on the graph. It's always good to find the points first so we can figure out what the scale should be on our graph. Here, our biggest x value is 5, and our biggest y value is 5 as well. So we can pick a scale that isn't too much bigger than 5 at the ends. Now that we have our graph scaled, we can start plotting the points, starting with the y-intercept, which is 0, 5. Then we can put in our x-intercepts at 1, 0, and 5, 0, and our vertex at 3, negative 4. Now that we have all our points, we need to graph the parabola that goes through them. It's helpful to remember that our graph is symmetric through our line of symmetry at x equals 3. So if we can graph one side, then we can reflect it and graph the other side as well, giving us the graph of y equals x squared minus 6x plus 5.